we've still got some results coming in, but we're winning some seats that, I don't think anyone expected us to win tonight. So as the early hours of the morning give way to the time when lots of other people are getting up, we'll just wait and see. But it's clearly been a really good night for the Conservatives, and we are going to get straight back to work with the task that the British people have asked us to undertake, which is to finish the job on repairing the economy, making sure the economy works for everyone, that we build, as David Cameron was saying, one nation, and we of course deal with issues like our United Kingdom and how we bring it together. So these are our big tasks, and we will get back to work.
George, you well know that political journalists like to joke and wind up David Cameron in private that his worst nightmare is a Tory majority of 3 or 4. And joking aside, that's not going to be easy for you to manage, is it? And will you be tempted, do you think, to still go and talk to the DUP even if you've got a majority? Because if the last 5 years has taught you anything, surely it's that having a decent majority is very helpful.
Well, good morning, Tom. Look, let's see what the results are, and let's wait to hear David Cameron, who will be speaking later this morning. But look, we set out to get an overall majority. I did interviews with you and many other people saying we could achieve that overall majority. It was one of our central messages in this campaign, that there was a stable majority government available to Britain. And if we've achieved that majority, that enables us to implement our manifesto, which we stood on, and I think that creates accountability in our political system, and there won't need to be all the kind of horse trading you get in other arrangements. But let's see. We are still getting the results in, and it's clearly been a very good night for us. But as I say, we're now focused on the task ahead. And if you listen to David's speech in Witney, accepting his becoming the MP there, he was very clear about the task ahead. He used that phrase "one nation" to sum up both the economic challenge of making sure everyone benefits from the recovery, and of course, if you like, the United Kingdom challenge, because of the results in Scotland are clearly one of the other striking features of this general election.
Being honest with us, are you a little bit surprised to be looking at a majority this morning?
Well, I always thought it was possible. If I told you, I was absolutely, it was a dead cert in my mind, then I wouldn't be telling you entirely the truth. But, that's what happens in elections, actually. If you have a clear message, if you have great candidates, the British people, reward you for that. And I think for me in particular, although we've lost a couple of really great Conservative colleagues, lots of other great new Conservative MPs have been elected, and you're going to see a whole new generation of talent. Let's put it this way. There was a big smile on my face when the exit poll came through, and then when some of the results started coming through to confirm the exit poll, the smile stayed there.
Isn't it true that ultimately what swung it for you was the fear you put into people about what a Labour SNP administration would actually be like? And isn't the truth that that's going to cause you an awful lot of complications in the next few years?
No, I don't accept that, Tom. I mean, if you look at this campaign, not only did we set out positive policies on childcare and home ownership and helping working people keep more of their taxes, we also had a really strong economic record to run on. And in the end, the economy was the central issue that voters, I think, focused on, because they knew that without an economy that was strong, you couldn't have a strong NHS and other vital public services, and you couldn't help people get back to work. It was also clear, I thought, as the campaign went on, that David Cameron was the outstanding candidate to be our Prime Minister. And so those issues of economy and leadership, which obviously are very closely linked, I think were pretty decisive. And in the end, I think Labour and Ed Miliband were unable to convince people that they could govern without the support of Scottish nationalists. And that was not an arrangement that I think the people of this country ultimately wanted to see. So it was, I think, a pretty sensible judgment by the people of this great country.